Hey everyone, it's JG. I'm playing Eternal Evolution. I am back from Christmas break and ready to start making a little more content. And the first thing you might notice here is I have a nice shiny new boom mic with a pop filter, a nice podcasting mic here. And so that was a Christmas present that I picked up. So hopefully my audio quality will be improved. With this microphone in my face, I need to start remembering to talk a little bit more consciously and to use my soothing podcast voice and to stop using so many filler words like which I use all the time. I notice this because I have to edit my own videos and I drive myself crazy. Anyway, hopefully this will improve your listening pleasure for my future content. Let's dive in. Today I wanted to just talk a little bit about being free to play in Eternal Evolution and some of the tips that you should keep in mind. So I am free to play in Eternal Evolution. I may not always be free to play in Eternal Evolution. I'm willing to spend some amount of money on these games that I play, but I want to make sure that I'm getting a good value out of it. Currently, I'm so new into this game, I don't want to spend money because I'm not really sure what resources are worth yet. I want to get a sense for what are the scarcest resources, what are the things that I'm most hunting for on my account, before I have a sense of how much money I would pay for some things that I might be missing. But I know a lot of you out there are going to be free to play, so I want to give you some of my tips for succeeding as a free to play player. The top tip, whether you're free to play or not, honestly, in gacha games like this, is self-control. Self-control and patience. You might have to sit on some resources for a significant amount of time until the right time to spend them on a good deal. That happens a lot in games like these. And being able to control yourself and not spend all of your resources immediately is one of the hardest things. So one of the things I wanted to highlight here is this double chip event. That is huge. Double chips are an excellent opportunity to spend your limited recruitments. I have been sitting on some of my limited recruitment cards for quite a while here. I've got 137 of them. I'm also sitting on advanced recruitment 327, and these are kind of burning a hole in my pocket. I've really just hit the point in my account where I think starting to save is really worth it, and this is far more of these than I've had before, but I want to make sure that I spend them when the time is right. And so when Daniel came out here, Daniel looks pretty good. Honestly, Leo is the one that I'm most interested in chasing at the moment, but I didn't spend a whole lot on Leo. I spent the 60 to get one copy of him, and I think that's all I have at the moment. But when Daniel came out, even though I thought I probably wanted to pull for him, I saw that I had a good amount of time left. 6 days right now. This has been out there for most of this month. And so I've been sitting and waiting to see when is the right time to pull these. And so this double chip event is an excellent addition to this. So ordinarily in this exchange here, the thing you're really going for is this 80 chip, what are they called? Gene hybrids. The 80 chip gene hybrid is the deal that you want to go for. Once you have one copy of any Triple S, this is your cheapest way to continue maxing them out. And if you're free to play, probably these are rotating through the shop. There's one available right now here and also a separate shop for Azina here. So there are 160 chips worth available for sale right now for me. They rotate fairly quickly, roughly weekly, you're going to get that. And for me, that's definitely faster than I accumulate these limited recruitment tokens. And so, by and large, you shouldn't need to be spending these chips on the 120 versions of things. You should just be buying these every time they're available and you have enough chips for them. And so, this normally means every 80 pulls, you get a Triple S champion. And compare that with what are the rates that we get in the event normally? At 1.41, that's about a 1 in 70 chance of just pulling a Triple S from spending these chips ordinarily. And then, of course, you get one of them at the 60 mark in any given event that you're pulling in. And so taking that 1 in 80 up to a 1 in 40, that's a pretty substantial improvement in the total quantity of these Triple S heroes you're going to get. Let's say you pull 120 of these. You would expect normally that to be worth one from this down here, the 60 milestone, almost two from normal pulls and 1.5 from the number of gene hybrids that you get. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. You get 5-ish triple S across 120 chips. With a double chip event, you increase that by another 1.5. So you're increasing your 5 to 6.5 or 7 or something like that. And so that's 20% or more improvement on the normal rate that you're getting triple S heroes. That's pretty substantial if you are a free-to-play player. That's something that I very much recommend. Now, that said, this event started yesterday and I am still not pulling these, and that is because I also, on my server, have this military expansion event, 2 days left, and I'm expecting when this one finishes it to turn into a recruitment event where spending both the limited or the advanced recruitment will gain me points in that and potentially pick up some additional perks from that. There was one a few days ago, right before this military expansion started. I considered pulling in that and getting Daniel then, but honestly, it didn't look like the best event for that. The milestones didn't look fantastic, and I'm kind of hoping that in 2 days I get an even better one. And so, top strategy for all of this is be patient, have an idea of how much time you have left on these things, and then sit on your resources in between. Like I said, this is a big pile of resources for me, at the 1 month-ish mark right now. What is it? This is my second 30, so 1.5 months here. 400 recruitments, of which 130 are limited. That is a pretty big haul for my account. Normally, since I started on this server fairly early, I sit at about Diamond 1 in Galactic Arena. Honestly, I've noticed myself dropping a little bit lately. I think the competition is getting fiercer, and because I'm not spending all my resources, I'm not progressing as fast as some other people might be. But my goal here is to play for the long run, not to just maximize my return, this week, but to maximize returns overall. And so that means sitting on these resources when I can afford to wait, and then I'll have a big boost to my account probably in a couple of days when I decide to spend these, and then it's back to waiting for a while. Right now it's exciting. We have new heroes almost every week. They're trying to get you interested in all of these. Obviously, some of these look really good, but if there continues to be a new one every single week, they're not all going to be the best ones, and you can't afford to chase all of them at the same time, certainly if you're not paying anything for the game. And so you prioritize those, figure out what you need. Honestly, although I'm interested in Daniel here, like I said, Leo is the one that I'm really interested in right now. My front line needs a little bit of attention, and so I'm planning that the gene hybrids I get from this, they go into my Leo to up my front row, but I won't be sad about picking up some Daniel dupes. I picked up, I think, 2, maybe 3 of him in the Christmas event, and picking up a few more will definitely get him to a pretty powerful range. But you need to prioritize. You need to figure out what do you need at this point in time and where are you willing to spend your resources as opposed to just spending them every chance you get. So that's what I'm planning to do. In a couple of days here, I'll make a video of me pulling all of these. So that's my strategy for free to play. Hold on to those resources for as long as you can bear until the right moment to spend them, and try to double dip, triple dip, quadruple dip in these events, hitting double chips at the same time that you're hitting your recruitment events. The more that you're getting at the same time, the more total rewards you're getting for your investment. That's it for today. JG out.